G4TV employees are having meltdowns on Twitter, and one of them even came after me. Surprise, surprise. Not really. I wasn't even that mean, dude. I wasn't mean at all. Let's just dive in. So I'll just show you guys, because yeah, there's a lot to cover here. Now, one thing that a lot of you guys probably know who have watched my content is that whenever I'm talking about people specifically, I try not to go too hard on people because, you know, I can be a little bit of a softie. So while I can absolutely rip apart a show like She-Hulk, for example, or Rings of Power, I do have a harder time when it comes with people. I like to show a little bit more grace. Apparently, that doesn't always go well. You just can't win with the Wokies, especially. You can't win if you're nice or otherwise. So now I can see why a lot of people just dunk on them, because they're so freaking mean. So anyway, I made this tweet. This was right, you know, the other day whenever they announced that G4 was shutting down. And, you know, I thought this was pretty nice, but hey, I just said we all saw this coming a mile away. It's just sad that some genuine people excited about gaming lost their dream job because someone attacked the audience and the network supported it. I hope the good eggs can bounce back from this and the industry can learn a big lesson here. I mean, was this mean? Let me know. I just want to know. But I thought it was pretty nice. And here's the thing is being in this industry that I have for a while is I know inevitably there are going to be some good eggs out there. Not everybody who worked on their production felt the way that Frosk did with her rant, for example. I know that just has to be the possibility because I've been in this industry long enough to where I know how it operates. And the thing is the people who don't align with that probably were keeping more quiet about it, because if you are more outspoken about things, you get called a bigot, especially if they're dudes. Then they're going to be called misogynist. And so, yeah, I do think there were some good people who were a part of G4. I think Gina Darling, I think Gerard, the completionist, for example, and there's probably more. So I made this tweet. So then Joshua Miller here, who I didn't know who he was before, but he is former lead editor for G4TV. He responds to my tweet here and says, keep our names out of your mouth. None of us want your well wishes or pity. You're an idiot if you think a single person can tank a multi-million-dollar business. And what Frosk did was courageous and well-intentioned, unlike the venom you spout behind your good Christian veneer. This is par for the course. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. It can be completely unrelated, and they always go after my faith every time, which I find kind of hilarious, especially when it's not even relevant to the topic here, okay? Here's the difference when it comes to this sort of thing, is me with my faith, yeah, it's a big part of who I am, so I do share it a lot. But I don't expect everybody to have to agree with me. I mean, that would honestly go against my religion to expect that, because God gave us free will. So I think people should be able to practice their free will. But regardless, that's not going to stop me from sharing my faith, and for sharing things I believe in. You can just disagree and move on with your life. But regardless, again, has nothing to do with this topic, but of course that's always what they go for, because woke people cannot stand Christianity. That is one thing they hate more than anything. So if you want to talk about being inclusive, you know, maybe you should be a little more inclusive to people of different faiths. But, who am I to talk? Anyway, as you can see here, the ratio is unreal. 268 replies. You got 70 quote tweets roasting him and 6 likes. Seeing all this, because I certainly didn't call everybody to do this, and I'm not encouraging everybody to do this now, but I'll just say the way that felt, though, to see so many people have my back like that is just touching. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So everybody who did have my back, that was just so nice of you guys. You have no idea how how much it means to me, because, like, I feel like an outcast in the gaming industry because I do share a lot of my opinions that don't follow the woke narrative. And I've talked about this a lot on my channel, and I made a video about, how I used to host for GameStop TV, for example, and a lot of drama that surrounded that. But I'm telling you guys, like, I have felt absolutely like an outcast. And people like this will gaslight you into thinking you're a bad person just because you think this way or that way, or just because maybe I don't want to see a character race swapped, or maybe because of my faith, I don't align with some things that woke people align with, that go against my faith and my religion, which in my opinion should be respected, unless I could understand it if I'm out here like, everybody has to agree with me, everybody has to agree with my religion, or you're a bigot. That's what they do. I don't do that. I just share my beliefs sometimes. But yeah, they can gaslight you so freaking bad. And when you lose a ton of people in the industry who you thought were your friends, or you get stuff like this happening. I made a tweet the other day as well, right here, about the whole Amaranth thing. I was just like, this is what started it. I just said I can't make big claims on streamer drama without knowing the full story. So clearly what I'm saying here is, hey, I'm not going to make accusations against Amaranth's husband when I don't know the whole story. That's basically what I mean on this. But I will say any man who is okay with or even supports his wife selling her body for money probably doesn't actually love her, at least not as much as he loves money. This is my opinion. Okay? People really went out of control on this. All right, they got big mad about that because I think a lot of them felt threatened by, oh, here's somebody who has an opinion against, like, OnlyFans models. OnlyFans models got really mad about this, and also a lot of their followers got mad about this. And it's like, whatever, I don't expect everyone to agree, but to try to twist this into something nefarious, try to twist this into victim blaming, of course they pulled all the stops, right? And so when you got all these people telling you you're a terrible person, right, it wears down on you sometimes. I made this tweet, too, to kind of dive in a little bit more on my stance, and this got a lot of traction, and also did get a lot of, like, OnlyFans models and their followers came after me for this one as well. And I said sex work is predatory and hurts everyone involved and partaking in it. I don't care who is mad at me for saying it. To imply it is healthy for anyone is pure delusion. And so it's just like, I got a lot of the same type of backlash from people in the industry. And I know, like, when you look at it, I get more support than backlash from it. I mean, look, this has got 23,000 likes on it. So clearly I'm not insane here. That's one thing, though. I don't even expect everyone to have to agree with me. This is my opinion, and I should be allowed to share it on my Twitter. But it's just like the gaslighting is unreal. To be told I'm a bad person because I hold this opinion it's like, what the heck, man? Sometimes you feel like you're going crazy. It's like, how am I really crazy here for this opinion? Is this that far-fetched? I don't think so, but they're treating me like I'm just some evil person. And so that's what you're dealing with this industry right now. That's what's the approved narrative is. And so, yeah, I mean, the roasts were pretty glorious here. Again, I'm not encouraging anyone to come after him for this, but wow, did this end up going viral. So I do want to thank everybody who did support me and had my back, because yeah, it sucks to see it. I already feel very ostracized from the actual gaming industry, and this is just nice. This is nice to know that, hey, I still have my crew here, man. It may be new faces than what I've been used to over the past 13 years, but I still got my crew here. And, speaking of meltdowns, I mean, we have Adam Sessler, who, this is just really sad to see how things have gone for him. And I know that he has some, stuff going on with his loved ones, and he does have some hard stuff that he's going through. And so I do feel bad for him for that. But dude, it's really hard when we try to be nice and we try to be understanding, and then look what happens. Keep our names out of your mouth. It's like, dude, I thought this was a pretty nice tweet, but here we are. And it's just insane. And so then you see replies like this, or the quote tweets that like Adam Sessler made. Do you live in Mississippi? First of all, it's just like, is that supposed to be an insult, living in Mississippi? Because I guarantee you, if you were to look at the statistics, which I don't know, Adam Sessler lives in like San Francisco or Los Angeles or something like that, but I guarantee you, people who live in Mississippi as a whole are a lot happier than people who live in Los Angeles or San Francisco. There's a reason why when you poll people and you find out people who are depressed and all that kind of stuff, there's a reason why more people are suffering with depression and mental health, emotional health problems who live in the big cities. Okay, I mean, dude, Adam Sessler is an example of this. This dude is miserable. He makes it very clear. And obviously, I don't wish bad on him. I hope that he finds some happiness and can treat people better. Because it really sucks to see someone you've looked up to treat people like this. But anyway, this is where we're at. It does make you feel a lot less sorry for what happened about G4TV whenever you do see people clap back like this. But again, I still stand by what I said, that I hope that the good eggs can bounce back from this, because despite the crappy people out there and the hateful people out there, I do think that there were some good people who were involved and who unfortunately had to suffer for this. But that's where we're at. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you so much, and I just cannot stress that enough. This channel has been so fun for me. It's been so nice to be able to just let loose, be myself, share my opinions about various topics and about the entertainment industry as a whole and everything that's going on with that. And to feel like, and to read your comments and to feel like, okay, you know, I'm not insane here. I actually, because when you're surrounded by people who all are in this hive mind and you're not a part of that hive mind, my goodness, it can really do some work on your mental. So yeah, that's that. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. You really are the absolute best, each and every single one of you, even if you don't agree with me, because I can respect that as well. But that's one thing I appreciate about the audience that you know, I've found here on this channel, is that you guys are really chill. Sometimes you don't agree with me, and that's okay, but you're chill about it. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you next time, and in the meantime, go boom.